Showtime! The Capital G show starts right now.
What's up YouTube, Capital G here, looking at some broken ass cards. And in today's game, that term might not mean a lot because it seems like it describes half the meta, but these cards definitely take the cake. Cards so powerful they defined entire formats and they left duelists begging for Konami to deal with them appropriately. Once again, I've taken a crack at putting together a comprehensive list of the best in a video I'm calling the top 10 most broken cards of all time, the Yu-Gi-Oh hierarchy. Per usual, I based this list on criteria such as power of the card, impact on the meta, and how long the card was actually a menace. So without further ado, let's begin. Number 10, Delinquent Duo. We start off our list with a card that usually had the power to take over a third of the opposing player's hand without them even being able to respond. More importantly, Delinquent Duo actually gave you the ability to attack your opponent's resources that weren't even on the field. All this for a cost of a minute 1,000 life points. Number 9, Rescue Cat. Easily the most dangerous cute monster the game has ever seen. Some might believe that Rescue Cat was only great in X Sabers, and that would be wildly inaccurate. Cat may have been a product of its environment, but when you are the anchor of decks like Gladiator Beast and the legendary Synchro Cat, that's pretty good company. Add that to the fact that the card was not once per turn and easily reusable, and you have one deadly kitty. Number 8, Spellbook of Judgment. Oh boy, you knew this one was coming, right? Cards that let you gain an unlimited amount of resources are generally not a good idea, and that's exactly why this card was so absurd. Spellbook of Judgment ceiling was technically only limited by the fact that you can only run 60 cards in your main deck, and the players often use this to gain upwards of +8s. By the way, did I mention the completely unnecessary monster summon from the deck effect? I don't even know why that's built in there. Number 7, Imperial Order. The game's first major floodgate could arguably be its best. Imperial Order takes spells right out of the duel, and I mean, what more needs to be said than that? Against many decks, this card is essentially a win condition, and what separates Imperial Order from many floodgates is your ability to turn the card off at will. Number 6, HARPIE'S Feather Duster. All positive and no negative. That's what you're getting with Feather Duster, a card with the ability to take out all your opponent's back row and defenses with absolutely no cost or drawback. It's no wonder this card has been banned for over a dozen years in the TCG, and even stun decks in the OCG consider this card largely to be a staple. Number 5, Royal Oppression. The second floodgate on our list. Royal Oppression actually outclasses Imperial Order because the ability to special summon all of your big monsters and then with one card deny your opponent the opportunity to do the same is generally more impactful, as seen in Teledad and Gladiator Beast formats where mirror matches were at an all-time high. Royal Oppression may have costed a lot of life points to sustain, but in the right hands, it's generally a game sealer. Number 4, Dimension Fusion. A quarter of your life points may seem like a sizable cost, but when you basically win the game off of one card, it is practically nothing. Dimension Fusion at its height when last legal was 100% the best and strongest card in the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Not only was it largely considered a one-card win condition during the dad return formats, but due to loops with spell economics, it actually allowed for straight-up FTKs as well. Number 3, YATA-GARASU. This deadly crow was truly a nail in the coffin for any player stricken by it, metaphorically a kiss of death. As soon as you were stricken by Yata, you were essentially locked out of your ability to gain new resources and continue on with the duel, while your opponent would eventually rack up enough cards to kill you in one big push or find themselves a special summon monster to hasten the process. Also, contrary to popular belief, the Yata lock was a prominent game ender way before the release of Invasion of Chaos. Number 2, Painful Choice. To the untrained eye, Painful Choice actually looks like a pretty mediocre card. Giving up 5 important cards in your deck and having your opponent choose your fate doesn't actually seem that great, right? Then Konami decided that they would start making cards that want to be sent to the graveyard, and all hell broke loose. As time went on, the card would soon become a potential +4, and even more scarier is the fact that Painful Choice actually has no ceiling. Honorable mentions include number 16, Shockmaster, Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning, Sixth Sense, and Card of Safe Return. And finally, to our number 1, Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End, pre-OCG errata. Many believe that this is the card most responsible for the creation of the Forbidden section of the ban list itself, and honestly, it is incredibly difficult to argue against that claim. Chaos Emperor Dragon has amazing stats, a stupidly easy summoning condition, an effect that can completely erase all advantage your opponent has racked up throughout the entire course of the duel, and a burn effect on top of all the other ridiculous effects. It is really not an exaggeration to say that Chaos Emperor Dragon has everything and more, and in my opinion, it is without a doubt the most unfair card ever created in Yu-Gi-Oh! So what's your favorite broken ass card? Leave that in the comment section down below. If there were any cards that you guys thought should be on this list but weren't, leave that also in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching.